There's been plenty of attention paid to fundamental news releases emanating from the US and Eurozone, as analysts and traders alike are looking for concerted signs of an economic recovery. Andre Knight joins me now to show how he's been interpreting the data coming from both sides of the Atlantic.
We've had housing starts go unexpectedly up in the United States, along with some easing of inflationary pressures in the PPI report. Meanwhile, with the flash estimate for the GDP in Europe came in lower than expected, plus there was a revision down from the month before. We're now looking at 0.3%, much lower growth than expected. So this has caused the euro to drop somewhat in value against the dollar. What we're trying to figure out is, have we hit bottom now, or is there further to go? What we see here is a very familiar pattern known as a head and shoulders. And what we like to do when we see a head and shoulders is we connect the bottom of the two necklines with a trend line. And I like to draw my trend lines going from body to body. If I do that and extend it all the way out to the right edge of my chart, you will see what has happened is price has, during the fall, broken the neckline and then come back up from underneath to test it as resistance. What I'll be looking for very closely is where the Euro USD closes today and whether or not it opens below this trend line tomorrow. If it opens below, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach for my Fibonacci tool and I'm going to measure from the top of the most recent high down to the bottom of the most recent low. And unlike trend lines, I like to draw my fibs wick to wick. Okay, because I want to measure the furthest distance. If I do that, you will see the retracement came to 61.8%, or in other words, 2/3 of the way back. I know from statistics that when we retrace to 61.8%, our extension typically goes out to 161.8. So if this trend line continues to hold its resistance in the days ahead, I would look for an eventual bottom at 1.3288 for the Euro USD. Now, if on the other hand this trend line fails to close as resistance and we close above it, then I will wait for price to come back down and see if this level will also hold as support for us or not. If and only if it does will I start looking for long trades.
Thank you once again, Andre. There's lots of programs here on Dukascopy TV which you might find useful in your trading activities, so stay tuned. Goodbye for now.